Hi, Kathleen.
How are you doing today?
Well, and yourself?
Good, good. So everybody, I invited Dave Karam, who all of you know, who's our golf operations manager, and I wanted you to come and chat with me today about a lot of the things that are going on in the world of golf. This has been an unbelievable couple months, and I think first and foremost, tell us what the thinking is and the structure for our new golf pros, so to speak, and after Dave left, Zorn, which we were very disappointed in, but happy for him, you guys have structured things differently, and it's very interesting and exciting. So you want to hit that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me and giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit about it. So yeah, filling the void that is left with Dave Zorn moving on is obviously a challenge. Dave brought great value to the team, knowledge, and really helped us make a lot of progress in the last 18 months. When it came time to trying to hire someone to take that role, we really wanted to weigh two things. One, is there an opportunity to promote from within? And also looking at it of what would bring the most value to the team. And something that we really looked at is the knowledge about of Silverado and the uniqueness of the property.
And it is unique.
It is. You've got a resort with resort guest play, as well as being a country club, and finding that balance is really important. So the opportunity presented itself when Devon Raymond applied for the position. After being away for 2 years, wanting to come back and rejoin the Silverado team was very exciting for us. Matching him with the progression that Michael Butler has had within the team over the last 12 months really presented a unique scenario of, instead of filling the head golf professional role traditionally with one person, could we be out a little bit outside the box and have two people that are progressing in their individual careers with the hopes of being a head golf professional one day, but give them the immediate hands-on opportunity to really impact the operation we have going here. So that's what kind of led to that. They're not head golf professionals. They're both associate golf professionals, both working on working towards their Class A PGA professionalism. And so with them in the team and me leading our department and kind of our laying out our goals for the year, having the two of them in place to really take on a lot of that management of the team and the impact and the events that take place with our membership.
That's great.
Really
it puts
exciting.
A greater level of involvement, although you've always been involved, and so is Cody, but it seems like you will be even more involved working with them and with the different groups.
It absolutely will,
Yeah.
right? I think what's really key is our team values the role that our membership plays at Silverado so highly, and frankly, it's leads to a lot of the enjoyment that we all have. But with that, there's so many groups, and we'll get to it a bit here soon, that it's important to have key people in place that can take ownership of that. So from my perspective, I want to be able to be involved with all the different groups, but also have a key leader on our team that can take ownership of being the point person for each one of those groups.
Super. Well, on that note, let's start talking about some of the groups and the happenings. Men's golf is really taken off this year, and you want to talk a little bit
about that? It has,
yeah.
It's been a great start to the season, despite it being a wet start.
I know.
We've had some good luck with our men's club events being able to take place as scheduled. January, we kicked off the season with our NCGA four-man qualifier. That's an event where we essentially determine which four-person team we'll send to participate in the NCGA season-long event. Moving into February was our two-man team event. Similar kind of format, but two-person teams, and we're able to send three twosomes to represent the club.
That's great.
And so that went really well. And then in March, we have the senior two-man. Very similar in setup, but it's for seniors, so 55 and up. It's just a unique and slightly different category, but nice to have great participation amongst those three.
That's not the same as BASA or BASA.
It is not, but that does give me a great opportunity to touch on that as well. So BASA, Bay Area Seniors Association, is part of a organization that our senior men's home and away group participate in. It's a great event, it's a great group. That committee plans 19 different events through the season from April through August. We host our first event here in May, so we're very excited to have that. We host 5 events there, and it's a great opportunity for you to meet different people in the golf community at the clubs surrounding. You get to play some different clubs, and maybe you get to make some friends that will invite you to those different clubs in the future. So we're very excited about that. And then a couple upcoming events that we have on the calendar for Q2. In April, on the 15th, we have the ABCD Challenge. Moving into May, on the 20th, we'll have our men's member. And then in June, kicking off on the 22nd, is the 3-day men's invitational, which is always kind of the flagship event for the men's golf group, and is very exciting.
Good.
So,
great. Well, let's get into the SCC WGA and Striking Ladies, my favorites. You want to talk about what's going on there?
Would love to. And I do want to kind of kick it off as we talked about kind of our staffing moving forward. It's been very exciting to see Michael Butler take over as the point person on the management side, working with the WGA. I know he's really enjoying being able to do that, and I think the ladies have really taken.
Yeah, he's already added his little Michael flair to the group, which is nice. So yeah, we're happy to have him.
Yeah, so that's been great to see. Again, that season's kicked off really well, despite a couple rainouts. Main events have been able to take place. We've had our successful captain's trophies in January, February, and March so far, and those will continue throughout the year. March saw our first major of the year for the WGA with the team challenge, that match play event, which is always really exciting to kind of see when the competitive juices get going in that match play format. And then talking about some upcoming events, in May, we'll get to see the club host the North Bay team play event, as well as the Futures team play. Those are always exciting to see the energy that comes in those groups when we get to host that annual event. And then, of course, come June, we host the WGA Invitational, the 6th and the 7th this year. So we're obviously very excited about that, and excited for what you and your committee are bringing to it.
Well, thank you.
Building on that momentum from years past, but also adding in some new, exciting elements.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And by the way, all you lady golfers out there, you can sign up now. Find a WGA member and tell them you want to partner with them, because we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. On the Striking Ladies side of things, their season's off to a great start. Again, fighting the elements in January and February caused a couple days that there wasn't golf. But despite that, we've seen really great participation even for this time of year. Back in February, we had a Striking Ladies guest day where the participation was up, I think, in the 36 or 40 player round, which frankly we see normally during the height of the season, but not at that time of year. It kind of caught us a little bit off guard, to be honest, but it was a great problem to have. So it's been great to see the momentum building on their end. They have their kickoff event on the 30th, which is always really fun to see.
Is that the lunch at Tiffany's, right? Is that? I think they're doing a Tiffany's gig, which is really a
It's
fun
always
thing.
kind of fun to see the themes that come with those different events. I believe they're incorporating kind of a fashion show and retail component, so that'll be neat to see. And then their season's kind of off and running as we get into second quarter. They get into their regular routine of Thursday play at 10:30, with the fourth Thursday of the month being kind of a scramble organized event. And then in June, they have another one of their bigger social events. They have their bear with me here. It's the Ladies Night Out event. It's a twilight event beginning at 4 p.m. on the 15th of June.
That's a big deal.
And that's another,
Yeah.
I'd call it kind of their majors, so to speak,
Right.
another big event there. So yeah,
And then
lots of
Kayla
positive things. And Kayla, thank you. Kayla, who joined our team just about a year ago
Right.
this time, is a teaching professional, but also has the background in operations. And she's going to take the lead of being the main pro working with the striking ladies,
Right.
which is really exciting. You know, so much of our plan moving forward into this year is making sure that we are able to designate our key players, as I like to call it, to work with these individual member groups. So one, it's not too much overkill for one person
Right.
trying to manage them all. But also each group knows who their kind of key person is to go to, and Kayla's very excited about that. And frankly, with the striking ladies being a group that often is catering to new golfers,
Right.
and presents a great culture to accept that, it's nice to be able to have someone who puts a lot of her focus throughout the week on instruction, being able to mirror that, kind of marriage the two things together.
Right. That's
It's very
great.
exciting.
It's so good. Well, Dave, thank you. This has been so informative. I mean, you know, we walk around a lot of times thinking we know stuff, but to hear you describe it from the leadership and management perspective here at the resort and in the club is really enlightening. And love talking to you always. And we will see you soon.
Thanks, Kathleen.